Hello, everybody, and welcome back to TUTV. My name's Jack.
My name's Devyn.
And we're going to open the show up just by complaining. So what do you got to complain about today, Devyn?
What I got to complain about?
Yep. We're going to get it off our chest.
Basically, the first thing I thought of is that every day I dress nice except for Tuesdays when we film. So today I'm in shorts. And other than that, complaining is I have a lot of projects. I'll do at once.
Dang.
What about you, Jack?
I'm going to complain about a project I had to do over the weekend where I stayed up 3 a.m. on a Saturday and then 2 a.m. on Sunday. And for those of you who don't know how coding works, you code, right, on the computer. And it's supposed to work, and it's supposed to run, and it didn't. So I was like, hey, how about I get this code that I wrote and try it on someone else's computer to see if it works. And it worked on his computer, but not mine. That's my complaint for the day.
That's your complaint is the coding. Well, that sucks. You didn't get a weekend.
Yeah.
But are you like trying to be a professional hacker now?
Yeah, I'm going to be hacking.
All right, we're going to hack this episode right into the next season.
See ya.
Hello and welcome to TUTV News, where there is 100% chance of a news report. My name's Isaak.
And I'm William Bennett. Let's get started.
Cities around the world are calling for global action on climate change by turning off their lights at key tourist sites. At 8:30 p.m. on Saturday, thousands of cities switched off their lights for the movement. Dubbed Earth Hour, the gesture is an attempt to raise awareness about becoming more conservative about natural resources, especially fossil fuels that produce carbon gas and lead to global warming. In Hong Kong, over 3,000 corporations signed up and iconic skyscrapers in the city's major business district switched off the lights in solidarity with the global movement. Earth Hour started in 2007 in Sydney and has since spread to more than 180 countries, with tens of millions of people joining in.
The European Union has passed an agreement to require speed limiting technology in all vehicles by 2022. The legislature includes multiple safety features, the most prominent being intelligent speed assistance. This system will recognize speed limits using maps and help drivers observe them by restricting engine power, which can be overridden by pushing harder on the gas pedal. Other features include cameras and sensors to assist in backing up and keeping a car in a lane. Cars will also contain emergency braking, while buses and trucks will have blind spot assistance technology. The system will include data recorders to document the circumstances of accidents. All of these features are aimed at keeping both drivers and pedestrians safe, as 25,000 people lose their lives in the European Union roads every year.
A Pennsylvania lawmaker is receiving national criticism for a prayer she gave in the State House on March 25th. Republican Representative Stephanie Borowicz, a first-year member of the House, delivered a controversial prayer before the swearing-in of the chamber's first Muslim woman, Representative Motiva Johnson-Harrell. Borowicz praised Jesus over a dozen times in her 90-second prayer and described him as, quote, our only hope, and later praised Donald Trump for, quote, standing beside Israel unequivocally, end quote. Many of the representatives have condemned her prayer for weaponizing the name of Jesus. When asked if she would apologize, Borowicz replied, oh no, I don't even apologize for ever praying, end quote.
Scientists have used a quantum computer to reverse the direction of time, seeming to contradict basic laws of physics. Using electron qubits and quantum mechanics, researchers from the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology, quote, artificially created a state that evolves a direction opposite to that of the thermodynamic arrow of time, end quote. This comes from lead researcher Dr. Gordy Lazovic, who likened it to causing a broken rack of pool balls to go back into place. The breakthrough study could alter our understanding of the processes governing the universe, as it breaks the second law of thermodynamics, which states that reactions must progress from order to disorder. When working with just 2 qubits, time reversal was achieved with an 85% success rate, and the scientists expect the error rate to drop as they improve the sophistication of the devices used.
Verizon is facing backlash after suspending a worker who helped rescue a cat that somehow got stuck on the top of a utility pole. Maurice German was a Port Richmond neighborhood when he saw neighbors trying to rescue Princess Mama, and he quickly used his bucket truck to rescue the animal without injury. However, a Verizon spokesman said that because the good deed violated safety protocol and was dangerous due to the electrical lines, the company had no choice but to suspend him for 3 weeks without pay. However, thousands are signing an online petition urging Verizon to reinstate German. The owner had called the fire department, animal rescue, and the telephone company before he helped the cat, who had been stuck for 12 hours. The petition had generated more than 27,000 signatures as of Thursday afternoon.
The New York Police Department has caught a graffiti artist in a creative way. After receiving numerous complaints from commuters about #LoveTrump graffiti on subway station walls, officers tried to cover it up. However, the artist continued to spray the signage over the cover-ups and in new areas. Finally, authorities decided to erect a fake wall out of plywood to catch the vandal. The wall resembled a typical construction area and included a padlocked door and small hole for the police to watch through. Officers dressed in construction clothes and waited behind the wall until the artist arrived and jumped out once he began to spray. 43-year-old Jamie Monamerano was arrested and charged with criminal mischief and making graffiti.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
Where is the weirdest place you have found a cat?
Under a couch.
Why is that weird?
Because I like to sit down and not like have a cat clawing at me from below.
That sounds really, really painful.
Yeah.
Wow. This isn't a cat, but one time I was walking around campus and there was like a squirrel underneath a bench, kind of laying like this and breathing heavily, like while looking around, and it was fascinating. I have to say, I was a little alarmed, and I didn't really know what to do with it, so I just kind of left it there.
I mean, squirrels are amazing though.
Yeah. Why do you think squirrels are amazing?
I don't know, they're my favorite animal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Well, apart from this conversation aside, that's all we have today for TUTV News. Up next, we have an interview that I actually conducted with Helen Petersen, a senior culture writer at Buzzfeed last Thursday when she visited our campus. We just have a few quick back and forth questions that we had with her, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. So, a few fast questions before we end.
Okay, lightning round.
Yeah. How great was Paul Newman?
Paul Newman is the best. You guys, just Google Paul Newman hot. Like, that's all you need to do. You'll understand.
Which I-state is the best?
Which I-state? Justin will want me to say Indiana, but it's Idaho.
Wrong, it's Illinois. You both are wrong.
Have you been to Illinois?
No, I'm from St. Louis.
Very good.
It's really not the best. I just look for the gag. Okay. Which do you like better, living in Montana or living in New York?
Montana.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. I mean, I can visit New York whenever I want. Montana is like the most beautiful place in the United States. So.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you consider Tulsa a Midwest city?
I have learned a lot about this in the last 36 hours that I've been here.
Okay.
That Tulsa people, Oklahomans, think of it as part of the Midwest, which makes sense because like what else are you, like you're not Southwest, right? You're not Texas. So where does this go?
You're not like Alabama, like the deep.
Yeah, you're
South.
not South.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
unique.
Hey guys, welcome to our interview segment at TUTV. I'm Devyn. I'm here with Hannah and Sam, two of our seniors that are part of our TUTV staff here. So how are you guys feeling today?
Good.
Awesome. So you guys are seniors. So first to kick it off, how does that feel? What's it like? I'm just a freshman. So.
It hasn't really hit me yet. Like this whole semester is like leading up to it, but it's probably not going to hit me until all classes are over, and then I'm actually wearing my cap and gown.
Isn't that like in a month though?
No, not yet.
Not
Tomorrow.
Yet? Tomorrow will be a
Or
month.
2 days from now, May 4th.
Oh,
That's
almost
that's
there,
graduation
right?
day.
What about you?
I feel the same way as Hannah. I don't think it's hit me yet. But at the same time, I technically already graduated last spring. So I'm not going through the whole process again of cap and gown. So I've already done that. But still hasn't hit me just because I'm still enrolled. So.
Yeah, I haven't graduated yet, so.
So then what are you guys' majors and degrees, and your minors surrounding that? Give me a little bit of info on that.
So I'm a film major with creative writing minor and psychology minor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm a double major in media studies and film studies.
Okay, cool. So you said you've already graduated. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. It's interesting because people are confused when I tell them that all the time. But I was put on football scholarship last winter, so I was able to come back another year and finish my film degree, which was originally my minor, but I changed it to my second major in another degree. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went through a process where you had to change it at one
Yeah.
point. Hannah, did you experience anything like that, or has it been solid all the way through?
No, I came in as an undecided freshman, so I didn't know what I was going to do whenever I first came, but then I took a screenwriting class my first semester here, and it was pretty much set from there.
Right there, you just really liked it?
Yeah.
Sam, did you have a
yeah.
similar moment? What made you kind of get into film studies area?
Into film, I want to make movies. You know, I'm a big fan of films, and I think we're moving into a digital world. And I mean, we obviously already are in a digital world. So the more I can tell stories through that medium, I think the better off I am. So
Yeah, I get that. It's a great tactic. So you guys are both big parts in our TUTV. How did you guys get involved with that and when?
So I actually heard about TUTV a couple of years ago from Elise McGurin, my good friend and our field producer. But I never joined until senior year, last semester, and I really regret that. So if you're watching this and you're not a part of TUTV, then come be a part. But yeah, and I tried out the floor manager position, and I really liked it. I kind of like telling people what to do and feel in charge. So yeah, it's perfect.
Awesome. Sam, what about you?
I'm kind of in the same boat as Hannah. You know, I joined late, and I regret that because I've had so much fun just helping with TUTV. But Dr. Bruin was actually the one who mentioned it to me because I needed an internship for my senior curriculum, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I ended up just enrolling in a TUTV internship last spring and have been doing it ever since. And I've loved it. So
Yeah, it's awesome. So what are some of the other groups you guys are in around here or that you were a part of throughout your years here? Give me a little bit about that.
So I was very involved in student government, in Fisher South my freshman year. And then I was on the Residence Hall Association exec board for 2 years. And then I kind of moved away from that towards senior year. I was on housing staff my sophomore year, just for 1 year as an RA in Fisher South. And since then, it's just been Media Lab and Studio 151, and yeah.
So it mellowed out near the end.
Yeah.
What about you, Sam?
I don't have a long list of activities, but because football has pretty much taken up most of my time just over the past 4 years. So I was heavily involved in that, obviously, and now TUTV. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What part of football were you?
I was a safety.
Safety.
Which it's a defensive
Awesome.
position, yeah, for
Totally.
those that don't know. So yeah.
Hey, that's great. So looking back, actually looking ahead now, what are you guys' next plan? What comes after you graduate?
So for me, I think just West Coast, LA. I have a pretty important interview coming up at the end of this week that could really change things for me if I got this position. I'm not going to say what it is, but you'll probably hear about it if I do get it. But yeah, so hopefully something could stem from that. And if not, I'll probably still head out to California, LA area.
That's awesome.
Cool.
What about you, Sam?
I'm actually trying to go to the East Coast, so different spectrum. But I've just been applying to any media-related job over the East Coast. I'm excited because I applied to NFL Films. They have a graduate fellowship, so I think I can kind of take my football background with my media background, and hopefully that works out. But
All right, that's awesome. Thank you. That's all the time we got today. But hey, thank you guys both so much for appearing on today. You'll probably see Sam in just a minute, and Hannah will get back to floor managing. But I'm Devyn. Thank you guys, and that's all we got for today on our interview.
Thank you.
hey, y'all, and welcome back to TUTV Sports. I'm Sam.
And I'm Will. Our softball and tennis teams are on fire right now. And we have our first coverage on the track team. Let's see what we have for you today.
Tulsa softball's three-game series against Memphis ended yesterday. All games were played in Tulsa, and the Golden Hurricanes sure brought the rain, as there were several rain delays throughout the series. In Game 1, Tulsa shut out the Tigers for most of the day, leading 5-0. Memphis eventually scored at the top of the 7th, but still fell to the Golden Hurricane 5-1. In Game 2 and 3, Memphis pushed back and retained a solid lead. In Game 2, Tulsa trailed 4-1 until the Golden Hurricane tacked on 6 runs at the top of the second inning and finished the game 10-4. The final game was yesterday, where Memphis again started out strong with a 4-1 lead in the third inning, but would fall short in the end. Senior Riley Spell went 3 for 3 with a 4 RBI to lead way to a series-ending victory of 12-5 over Memphis.
For the first time in Tulsa track history, the outdoor team split into 3 meets this last weekend. The team competed in the Mike Finelli Track Classic in California, the Stanford Invitational, and the ORU Invitational. In Stanford, Caitlin Klopfer had a massive personal record and took second overall in the women's 10K with a time of 33 minutes and 51.85 seconds. In California, Robert Tilley also made a showing for the Golden Hurricane, surpassing his personal best and taking 4th overall in the 1,500 meter at the competitive meet with a time of 3 minutes and 49.81 seconds. Peter Lynch and Isaak Akers also claimed 2nd and 3rd in the 5,000 meter race. At ORU, Tulsa Track swept more medals in the men's and women's steeplechases, the 400 meter hurdles, men's and women's 4x400 meter relays, and the men's 1,500 meter.
Less than a week ago, the American Conference signed a 12-year deal with ESPN. News sources sought out Dr. Derek Gregg, the University of Tulsa Vice President and Director of Athletics, who stated, rarely do you ever get to experience something that is this game-changing, difference-making, and historical in an athletic program as this, end quote. Later on, Dr. Gregg also noted that this new fantastic deal for TU would enhance student-athlete experience and welfare at the University of Tulsa. This new deal between TU and ESPN would also decrease the university's subsidies, which Gregg noted to be, quote, incredibly important, end quote, to him and his senior staff.
Although TU men and women's basketball seasons have come to an end, alumni Shaq Harrison has been lighting it up with the Chicago Bulls. Harrison in his 2nd season at Chicago and was recently named NBA's per 48 minutes steal leader. Harrison was awarded this title after a game in which Phoenix, where he obtained 4 steals, of which all lead to scoring drives, as for the 2nd game in a row. As for our home state team, the Thunder have lost 4 of their last 5 games. Their last win being on March 13th against the Brooklyn Nets has many fans worried for the championship tournament, as the Thunder has rapidly dropped down the Western rankings. The Thunder play again against Minnesota on Sunday at 2:30 p.m.
Well, Will, looks like that's all the time we have.
Yep.
This has been fun. I'm Sam.
And I'm Will.
Thanks for watching, guys. Welcome back to the campus calendar, all you TUTV people. I'm your host, Sam, here to give you this week's events. If you didn't already know, Spring Fest is this week. The theme this year is Disney Around the World. There's still time to see Moana in Polynesia from 4 to 6 p.m. Thursday in Dietler Commons. And head over to the Reynolds Center Friday, April 5th to see the Ben Rector concert starting at 7 p.m. If you're looking to do something off campus, though, this week, check out the TU Arts and Humanities Festival downtown at First Friday, April 5th from 6 to 9 p.m. Enjoy music, poetry, sculpture, painting, dance, and design from some of the most talented students in the TU School of Arts and Sciences. Thank you for tuning in to your campus calendar. I'm Sam Gottsch, and I'll be back again next time with all your campus events. Until then, have a great week, and rain came.
Hello and welcome to TUTV Entertainment. I'm Christina, and it looks like Brett won't be joining me today, so let's get started. The BOK Center has just named their first Assistant General Manager. Joe Giordano has just been promoted to Assistant General Manager after being the venue's Director of Booking since 2016. He joined the BOK Center team after serving as the Director of Marketing and Booking for 3 years at Santander Performing Arts Center in Pennsylvania. Since being at the BOK Center, he has worked on the 10 of 10 concert series celebrating the venue's 10th anniversary, which included artists such as Pink, Blake Shelton, Justin Timberlake, George Strait, Metallica, and Elton John. Giordano also contracted BOK Center's first National Hockey League preseason and was recently nominated for a Rising Star Award by industry publication of Polestar for all of his work.
The Gilcrease is bringing the Pulitzer Prize Photographs exhibit to Tulsa. Mark Dolph, the curator of history at the museum, saw the exhibit 4 years ago in the museum and was amazed by the work he saw. The exhibit includes 80 images that have won the award since it was first presented in 1942. Originally a single category, Pulitzer Prizes are now presented for feature photography and breaking news photography. The exhibit will also have interactive kiosks set up within the gallery space, allowing visitors access to more than 1,000 additional images and video monitors showing interviews with many of the prize-winning photographers. Pulitzer Prize photographs opened on Friday, March 29th at the museum and will remain on display through July 14th.
A year after DJ Avicii's death, his family has launched a new foundation. The Tim Bergling Foundation will be raising money for a variety of causes, including mental health and suicide prevention. After Avicii's death in 2018, his family revealed he had many personal struggles behind his fame, where he was, quote, an overachieving perfectionist who traveled and worked hard at a pace that led to extreme stress. He really struggled with thoughts about meaning, life, and happiness. Tim was not made for the business machine he found himself in. He was a sensitive guy who loved his fans but shunned the spotlight, end quote. The family said the new foundation will also focus on issues including climate and nature conservation due to Avicii's interest in those efforts.
Shirley Curley, who is known as Skyrim Grandma on YouTube, will be immortalized in the video game The Elder Scrolls VI. Curry became an internet celebrity at the age of 80 after posting videos of herself playing Skyrim on YouTube. When one of her videos was posted to Reddit, she woke up the next day to find over 11,000 emails from people who had watched it and quickly settled into her new role as a gaming celebrity. Due to a fan petition, Curry will appear in the game as an NPC, a non-playable character, when the Elder Scrolls 25th anniversary streams. The fans' petitions received over 45,000 signatures and is still growing. Curry stated, quote, this means a lot to me because I would be extremely happy to know that somebody else is playing with my character in a future Elder Scrolls game, end quote.
The Big Bang Theory show, a show following a group of adult science nerds in a CBS network, has made history this year in becoming the longest-running multi-camera sitcom. The CBS show began shooting its 276th episode this week, surpassing the record of 275 episodes. Due to the success of the show and the main character Sheldon, CBS created a spin-off show called Young Sheldon, which follows the life of Sheldon when he was a child growing up in the South as a genius. The Big Bang Theory has earned 52 Emmy nominations and numerous awards over the years, but is now in their 12th and final season after debuting in 2007.
In the fall of 2018, Netflix premiered the hit romance movie based on the book To All the Boys I've Loved Before and announced in January of this year that they are creating a sequel to the movie, following the second book in the series. On March 28th, Netflix announced that Jordan Fisher, the Broadway actor, Disney star, and Dancing with the Stars champion, will be joining the movie as John Ambrose McLaren, who was originally played by Jordan Perchette in the first film. To All the Boys I've Loved Before 2 is set to be released in 2020.
Brett, what are you doing here? I thought I was rid of you.
I want to talk to my agent. Get her off my desk.
You died.
Get out of here.
Okay,
I recovered
fine.
just fine. In fact, no, I'm not speaking to you. You know what? We'll see you next week.
So we had our wonderful director, old director, Alex, on the show today. And I want to give a round of applause to her real quick because she was excellent. I'm going to miss having her as a director because she's what got me into this. She helped me be a host. She's great. And so you guys got to see her on camera today.
Can we get some F's in the chat for her?
So big round of applause for Alex. Love her. Love her a lot. And obviously to Sam and Hannah for coming on and being interviewed. I really think that Hannah's going to be playing a Marvel superhero. The way she was so secretive about her job in Los Angeles. I'm thinking it's going to be...
She's definitely got a job with Marvel.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe like And then, like a Fantastic Four movie, she'd be like the Invisible Girl.
The
Invisible
Invisible Woman.
Thank you.
Thank you, random fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best bet for her. And Sam, I actually had no idea he played football. Cool. That's what I thought too. That's what I'm talking about, bro. All right. So hopefully this week coming up isn't as ranty and complainy as it was this week. But I thank you guys for joining us on this wonderful journey. A lot of tears, a lot of deaths, a lot of people going home. So it's just like the last season of Game of Thrones, but for TUTV. All right, guys, thanks for joining us, and have a good one.
Have a good one.